Okay, thanks for joining us today. We are looking at the next batch of previews on the Fantastic Four set. Today we're going to look at Punisher and Ghost Rider. Two great looking sculpts there, and we're going to dive right in. Let's get to it. Is Ghost Rider. She is coming in at 50 points. She is number 53A of the set. She has the Codex Fantastic Four monster and mystical keywords. For just 50 points, I think it's a great character. She has a trait which, when Ghost Rider would be KO'd for the first time, instead turn her to any click number from 1 to 5. The next time she takes damage from an opponent's attack, KO her. Protected Pulse Wave. She has a special defense power, which gives her Defend, Energy Shield Deflection, Toughness, and Willpower. It also gives adjacent friendly characters of equal or lower points, or that share a keyword with Ghost Rider, can use Energy Shield Deflection. Okay, the things I like about her is, first of all, that pick a click ability. Instead of being KO'd, she can go on to any click through 1 through 5. Of course, if she takes any damage after that, then she's immediately KO'd. We're going to look at those powers and abilities and see how they combine, but you have choices of all kinds of combinations that are designed to work well together. The other thing I want to look at real quick is her special defense power. So 18 Defend is very good because she then can give that 18 to adjacent characters, and she has the addition of being able to give characters that share a keyword or that are equal or lower points Energy Shield on top of it, so that 18 can very easily become a 20, not just for her, but for other adjacent characters. So a 20 from range, which is going to be tough to hit. On a 50-point character, that's super solid. Okay, now let's take a look at her actual dial. She comes in with a 4 range single target. On her first click, she has Charge and Quake, 9 movement, and 11 attack, with a 3 damage, but then she has Quake, so she could Quake multiple people for the 2 damage, or single target Quake for the 3. So for that pick a click, if she would be KO'd, she has those 2 powers that work great together, Charge, Quake. On click number 2, she has Running Shot, Pen Sai, an 8 movement with an 11 attack. That is solid, and a 3 damage. So 3 penetrating damage is great. So those 2 powers work good. So situationally, if she gets hit, so far she has a where she can run in and close attack, or she can move and attack from range with penetrating. On click number 3, she has Charge with 8 movement, 11 attack, and that one is with Precision Strike. So it gives you a little bit better chance to get past some evasion. 17 defense with toughness. Click number 4, she has Sidestep and Blades with Exploit. So those 3 powers are great together. A little bit of movement with the Sidestep, but then she's able to Blades and Exploit, so that has the potential to deal some really good damage. 10 attack is respectable. It's not super good, but it's can make it do, especially for 50 points. And then on her click number 5, she has Flurry, 10 attack with Steel Energy, 17 defense, and a 4 damage. So Flurry with a 4 damage is good. On her last click, lots of times if they are in the midst of battle, they could go right past that click, but with her special trait, instead of being KO'd, you could put her right back onto that Flurry 4 damage click. If you put her back on that, I wouldn't use the Steel Energy, right? Because best case scenario, she hits both times, you heal up 2, then you put her on Quake, Precision Strike. I don't think click number 3 is the best one out of those clicks that you'd want to get her onto. So if it was me, and as soon as she takes damage, she's going to be KO'd anyway. If I wanted her on that Flurry, so if she's in a close combat type of situation, I would pick that Flurry with 4 damage is pretty good. Or if she's in a range, then of course run and shot Pensai is solid. So overall 50 points, I'm impressed. I think it's a very good character. Have all kinds of great things going on. So another really good one. I wasn't expecting the Uncommon Prime to be so good. So let's break it down. Punisher is a robot. It has the robot keyword Herald, Cosmic, and Frightful 4. It's set number 31B, so it's the Prime Uncommon. Its first trait is friendly characters with the Frightful 4 keyword deal penetrating damage to opposing characters with 2 action tokens. The second trait is Close Combat Expert, Colossal Stamina, Giant Reach 2. And then it also has a special movement power, given it Charge and Flurry. The things that impress me here, it has the possibility of giving penetrating damage to Frightful 4 characters. And that's just, they deal penetrating damage. So things like poison that deal damage, that becomes penetrating damage if the opponent has 2 action tokens. So not just damage through traditional attacks, but also things like penetrating poison. This robot has Close Combat Expert, Colossal Stamina, and Giant Reach 2 with a long dial. So that Colossal Stamina is great because you can just keep going, and who cares about taking that click of damage because you're working through a very long dial. So sometimes you need that in order to KO an opposing threat that will turn the tide of the game. We also have Charge Flurry on the dial there with an 11 attack and 4 damage. Power Cosmic team ability, so you have the Protected Outwit. Flight with Hypersonic, Charge, and Sidestep throughout the dial, so you have a whole dial of move and attack. Your defenses are Invincible, Invulnerability, Impervious, and Toughness, so a whole dial of damage reducers with the Power Cosmic, so you can't get Outwit on those. Cosmic, Robot, and Frightful 4 are pretty solid keywords with some very good team builds out there. Frightful 4, I'm just looking at this set on what you can build. I think that there's all kinds of potential there on for Frightful 4 teams. All right, let's break down that dial. So we're getting 9 clicks of life for the 125 point value, or we're getting 6 clicks of life for 75. So 2 good point values, I think. I think both of them are worth the cost. At 125, you're coming in with a 10 movement with flight, 11 attack, 18 defense with invincible, and 4 damage. Those top 3 clicks are giving you 4 damage, which is solid. The special movement, so Charge, Flurry, a 4 damage Flurry with an 11 attack can deal good damage onto your opponent. The lower point, 75 point starting click, gives you Hypersonic with a 9 movement, 11 attack, 18 impervious, and 3 damage. So you can move 9 and then close attack from there. So that's super good too. Or leave Punisher a little bit back, and once the battle starts, Punisher can Hypersonic in, ding somebody, and then Hypersonic out. The Giant Reach helps with either of those moving attacks, so you can hit them from 2 away. Close Combat Expert is great on that top click. You can go in there. An 18 defense is solid with Invincible, so hopefully you can survive and maintain that top click. Then you're sitting there with an 11 attack with Close Combat Expert, so you can bump that 4 up to a 6 and still have a decent attack value. Although if it was me, you have that Flurry on the top click. If you take a little bit of damage though, then you have traded Close Combat Expert, so anywhere in that dial, those 4s can become 6s, those 3s can become 5s, your 11 attacks can become 13s. Where it dips there on click 5, 6, and 7, those 10s can easily become 12s, or an 11-4. So you have all kinds of ways to increase the attack values, which are okay on their own, or increase the damage values, which are also okay on their own. For 125 points, that gives a lot of versatility, and you can make the stats by themselves are decent. They're solid or very good, but you can use that close combat expert to make them outstanding stats. The willpower you get through Power Cosmic and being able to be protected from outwit through Power Cosmic just make everything else better also. So all of these powers that combined together are great on their own. When you put this whole dial together, it is a great dial in my opinion. I think it will see all kinds of... Okay, overall, I think both characters are good, but I'm really impressed with Punisher. I'm sure you're impressed with it too. Let me know what you think down below, and thanks for watching today.